everybody, Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and today I'm going to share with you a look at the stamp sets in the Frost and Frolic collection. That's our December collection. I have 3 stamp sets to go through, so we have a lot of layering. I have the stamp set from the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit, the Modern Memory Keeping Kit, and our special edition Christmas kit. So we have 3 of them. I'm going to dig in and I'm going to show you those and talk a little bit about some fun ways that you can layer them individually and with the other stamp sets. So, and I should mention, as of right now, the Modern Memory Keeping Kit, the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit, and the stamp subscription, which includes both of these stamps, are all sold out. So thank you for that. That's exciting. That's wonderful. If you really want to get one of those kits and you've missed out, make sure you sign up for the wait list. We have not started, as of the time of this video, we have not started shipping yet. Once we get done with shipping, if we find we have anything left over, we will put it back in the store. And if you're on the wait list, you will get notified that that is back in stock. So if you really want one of those, make sure you hop on that wait list. The Christmas kit was a pre-order. It's a special order kit. It is not part of any subscription. So this stamp is part of the Christmas kit. The Christmas kit was on a pre-order. Those pre-orders will be sent out after we do our regular shipping. Whatever we have left after we ship out all of the pre-orders, and I did order some extras, will go up and be posted for regular order. So that's where we stand with where this stamp set comes from. So just kind of so I'm clear on all of that for you. So we are going to let's start with the Modern Memory Keeping Kit. And there is a ton of little stamps in here. And I love all of the combinations that you can do with these. And the fun thing about these, remember when we put them together at the holidays, you can always use these stamp sets for your memory keeping. If you're doing some sort of document December or December daily, they are great for making cute tags for gifts. So I love to use them for that, or cards. So there's a lot of different applications for these aside from just your normal memory keeping that you do every month during the holidays. Stretch these and use them in those ways as well. I encourage you to just buy a bunch of, there's a lot of different places you can buy bulk shipping tags, that kind of thing, or get a punch. Or we did a template a while back, trace the tags and just make a bunch of your own. It's a great, easy way to have that for gifts or gift baskets or gift bags. Especially with the little coffee cup, I think is so cute if you're giving. A lot of us give gift cards as well. So if you're giving gift cards to a coffee shop, it would be super cute. So we have the larger word December here, and that is made to work with the memories, favorites, and daily. So you can intertwine those. You can do December memories, December favorites, December daily. You can do them in different colors. You can add the oval in there as well. You could add it in the oval. I stamped a couple of the little teeny snowflakes, and my blue is a really light blue, so it might be kind of hard to see, but there are little snowflakes around there as well, which actually reminds me I should mention all of the colors. So I got a lot of different brands here. I have the Catherine Pooler, the Shea Butter, which is a nice kind of yellow. It's kind of a goldish yellow. The Memento Toffee Crunch, I used that later on for the trunk of the tree. This perfect, I think, Christmas red, which is the Cherry Kisses. The Blush Pink, this is from the Stamp Market as well. Lawn Fawn Celery Stick is the actually the lighter green that you'll see, and then the Memories apple is actually this color right here. So the lighter green is the celery stick, the darker is the Memories apple. My favorite light blue, which is this soft sky from Stampin' Up, and then the Stamp Market navy. And then of course for black, we always go with the VersaFine Onyx black. So those are all the colors. All right, so then you have the other small words or phrases, the loved this and the cup of cozy. Those will also fit in the oval as well. And then you can just layer around that oval. So you stamp a phrase or a couple words in there. Like this one, I added the little hearts. This one, there's the bow. And then this one is the pine bow right here. The pine branch looks really pretty with that. So you can use that and put the words in. The other thing you can do with that, and I did this one, this was actually in a photograph of the sneak, is I stamped the cup on a separate piece of paper. I cut it out. So I have cup of cozy with the little snowflakes inside in the oval. I stamped the little coffee mug or cup or takeout cup, added the little snowflake, cut that out, and then I raised it up with a little bit of foam adhesive and laid it over top. So there's another way that you can layer those. And then a bunch of ways to use that cute little takeout coffee cup. And the little heart and the little snowflake and the little bow can all be used inside of that little area there. You could even, if you wanted to, you could write someone's initials, would be cute. Or just color it in with colored pencil too. So I did 2 of them here. I used the Make It a Christmas to Remember in between. This is with the cup of cozy again, just with the pine bow. The loved this. This one is with the cup of cozy and the bow on it, and then the pine bow. So you can layer, layer, layer. And then using the pine bow, I did it twice here with the Make It a Christmas to Remember. And then with this one, I added the little bow with it, and I thought that was really cute. Any of these would be so cute on a tag. Just plain December. And again, you could layer that even more by adding memories, favorites, or daily to that. Here I did December memories. I took the pine bow stamp, turned it and stamped it again, and then added the little bow. So here I did it in black, and then I added some of the little snowflakes, and then here I did it in red. And then using the definition stamp, which I love those, I love to add those. And I've shown you before, if you watched some of the past videos, how you can take the definition stamp and fill in a space and create a background with it. So I've shown that before. I didn't feel like I needed to do that again, but that is an option for that one as well. So I stamped Mary and then the cup next to it, and then a couple of that little teeny little snowflake inside. So this one I did the Mary underneath, added the oval, did the December favorites, and then I stamped 2 of the little snowflakes in red and then added a couple of them in blue around. And another thing that you could do with this one, you could cut this out and actually move it down and layer it over top of the definition. Or again, if you stamped a whole background with the definition, cut this out and layered it over. So remember, when you stamp, if you cut them out, they become die cuts. So you can, like this, Make It a Christmas to Remember, you could punch that in a circle using a circle punch and then layer that. Like I showed you with the little coffee cup, you can cut that out. The oval you could cut out. Even these little pine bows, you could cut those out and then they become die cuts. So remember to do that as well, that it's not just stamping. If you stamp it, cut it out, it becomes a die cut. I did in red, I did the definition, added the little pine branch, and then the little bow. And again, that's super, super sweet. Would make for a simple little gift tag as well. So that is using the Modern Memory Keeping set. And we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you the Traveler's Notebook set. And this one I got smudges all over. That's okay. All right, so this is continuing on with the theme that we've had where we use a box stamp because it works so well for journaling and everything to have a nice consistent look on your Traveler's Notebook pages. But we did a number of these in a row. You can see this one was from September, but then we've stopped for a few months just to be able to add in more goodies. I think we've got another one coming up that we're throwing in there for January. So we'll have another one back in January that is a little different. So, but I wanted to show you how you could use these items, continuing on with that theme. So I took this box from the September kit, and I stamped it. And what I wanted to show you too, and I don't think I had done this before, so I stamped it 3 times. I turned it around and I stamped it this way. So it doesn't have to be one particular way. You can stamp it upside down, I guess you'd call it. You could just stamp it the other way and you get a completely different look for it, which is really cool. So I wanted to show that. And again, there are so many great bits and pieces. There's so much in this stamp set. So you get the 12 for the month 12 and the December, and same idea, you can combine all of these, the December with the Snuggle Up, Wintertime, Make Merry. You can combine all of those and make a saying for a fun header. And then of course it has the adorable little hats on there. So I took the 12, I added this fun little paint swoosh in a light blue and put that in there, and then stamped the Snuggle Up and December. This tiny little border stamp, and the reason we made it small is so that you could alter the colors. So you can see here I did navy, light blue, and red and created a border in there. In this one I stamped the snowflakes in a really light blue, and again I apologize, you might not be able to see that because it's a real pale blue. Might not be able to see it on the camera in the video, but it's there. I have the 12 on there, the December, and then the winter time. I added the cute little hat and then the little winter days checkbox. And then I did the same thing here, but remember I turned it the other way. I added the swoosh in the pink, added the Snuggle Up and the 12, and the December winter days, and then used the little coffee mug on there, the tea mug. And then this one, I did the same thing. I did the same idea with the hat, except this time I put it on the little 12, added some snowflakes. So you can layer, layer, layer. You can add the swoosh, you can add the snowflakes, you can do all of it all together. And I love how that one turned out as well. So great, fun little journaling blocks or titles for your pages. So then you have this stamp set, which is the chilly, cold, freezing, all of the above. And I meant to go back and put a little check mark in the all of the above, and I didn't, but you could obviously do that. I ran the December up the side and stamped it. Very simple and clean, but that one is a nice little addition if you wanted to add that to some journaling or even a layout. This one is just with the snowflakes. This one is with the 12 and the December. And the thing I love about this December, the way that the letters go, it goes around that 12 so nice. So you can see where I've placed the 12 down kind of into the word between the D and the B. So it fits in there really, really well. I like that when that happens. It just depends on the font and in the words and everything, but I like how that turned out. And then this one I did the December Snuggle Up with the 12, added the snowflakes, and then the little tea mug. So again, really cute ideas for layouts, but also tags, gift tags, and cards as well. I did the little 12 with the December, added that little layer stamp or that little border stamp, and then added the Cousin Eddie hat. If any of you are Christmas Vacation fans, which is my favorite Christmas movie, you'll get that reference. Added it just to the top of the little checkbox list. Here's a super simple but pretty one. It's December with the border, and then the single checkbox, the winter days, added that. The little snuggle up with the hat on top of the tea mug. Here we use the hat again with December with snuggle up, and then the tea mug with December, I used the swoosh under there, and then the Make Merry. The nice thing about that swoosh is that is such a great little layering stamp. You can use that you could use it under the December, you could use it under the words, you could run it under the all of the above to highlight that. There's so many different ways you could use that swoosh. You could even, if you wanted to, for journaling, you could take that swoosh and you could, like if you wanted to do like a top 5 or a top 10 sort of thing. So you could add your title, top 5, top 10, and then stamp that many of the swooshes, number them, and then on top of the swoosh, type or write those top 5 things, or use it as, I don't know, even a header. So there's just a lot of neat ways that you could use that. So I just thought of that idea. And that's why I say and this is why I brought it up last time, that the best way to learn how to layer with stamps and to play with stamps is to sit down with some scrap paper. So you can see here, I have a bunch of scrap paper, and I just put that all together, and I will just sit and I will just play and come up with ideas. And so you just start. It's not on a finished project, so you're not worrying about it being stamped perfect. It's not, it's just playing. And sometimes I think when we're in a creative rut, or when we're trying to be creative, or we have creative time, we feel like, oh, we have to finish stuff. I got to get stuff done. Sometimes it's good for you and for your creative muscles to just take those stamps and play. Just start combining stuff. Just take those scraps of paper, save them, set them aside, and just stamp and just see what you like. You'll improve your stamping because you're practicing. But again, you're going to stretch that layering, that creative muscle by playing with them and seeing what you like. And you'll kind of develop your style, and you'll start to look at stamps that way as well. And you may start pulling out other stamp sets. Go take a stamp set that you've loved, that you haven't used yet, or you're not sure how to use, and just sit and play. So that's very, very important to do, I think. And then lastly, I had to do something with the cute little hats. So I did wintertime, and then I stamped the hats in various colors. You could do an entire background with that, would be super cute as well, or a border along the bottom of a spread or a page. So that would be really fun too. So that is using the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. And then I did a couple of ideas combining them. So I went back and I grabbed the oval. And so if you remember, we combined some of the words, the December daily, but this way I then combined some of the smaller words with the other December. So you could do that with any of those. It's the similar, if not the same font. So you can do that, adding the swoosh in the oval with some of the other words. So combining them that way, using this script December with the definition stamp and the 12. Same thing with the coffee or the tea mug this time. And then taking that cup of cozy and using it with the tea mug and then the snowflakes. So it's the same idea, just the different mug, because you may have tea drinkers as opposed to coffee drinkers. Adding the 12 with the pine bows. So this is kind of a little bit of everything. So you've got the 12 with the pine bows, with the December memories, with the swoosh, and the oval. And again, you could cut that oval out and lay it on top of the pine bows if you don't like how that shows through a little bit. I took the Make It a Christmas to Remember. Remember what I said about using that little paint swoosh, how you can use it to highlight so much. I did it on there. And then if you punch that out in a circle, it would be super, super cute. Some of just the snowflakes, because I like the red and the blue together as well. The pine bow, the 12, and then the Make It a Christmas to Remember. So I combined those. And then even if you send out, I just had an idea, even if you send out Christmas cards, how cute would that be to stamp on the flap of the envelope? It would be super cute. The snuggle up with the little paint swoosh and the hat and some of the snowflakes. And then again, here's how I've combined some of those words to make phrases from the two stamp sets. So I used the winter time and then went with memories and favorites. And that's, I like how that turned out. And then added the little snowflakes. This one has the loved this with the little teacup. And again, that paint swoosh. The little Cousin Eddie hat sitting on top of the takeout coffee cup of cozy, and then I stamped the little heart in there. So there's just a few ideas on how you can then take all of these and combine them and make even more. So tons and tons and tons of, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's so many ways that you can layer them all. And then the stamp set from the Christmas kit. And this, I wanted to show you just a few of the ways. It's a build your own Christmas tree. So if you are familiar with the Christmas kit or even the December collection, there is some tree artwork. And we wanted to create a stamp set that lets you build your own tree. So you have all of the little makings of these little trees. And so what I wanted to make sure and show you, because some of the shapes, you may not be sure what they are. Like this little one right here, you're like, okay, what is that supposed to be? That is actually the little tree trunk for these two solid trees. So that's the little piece that you would use on the solid trees. That's the little tree trunk. If you want to add a pot to your trees, that's what these two are. So you'll see it's a solid one, or it has the cute little doodle on it. So those two are pots for the trees. You can do it without a pot, or you can do it with a pot. So that's what those are. This long one is actually a tree trunk to be used with these two here. So you have just the straight lines, and then you have more of kind of almost like the chevron look here. So you would stamp your tree trunk, and then over top of it, stamp one of these if you want more of kind of like the Charlie Brown looking tree, which is what I did here. And then you have all of these different things that you can put on top. There's a couple of different stars. There's a bow. There's a large star here. So you can see how I've used those as well. So those are your little tree toppers. Now you have the little lights as well. So the little lights you can use on any of the trees, or you can even use just the little lights with the tree trunk like I did here. So there's a lot of different ways that you can play with these and you can build these. Just kind of have fun with them. That's the whole idea. Again, they would be great for layouts, great for tags, great for cards. And then of course we included a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. And you can layer those. You can see here where I layered the Happy Holidays and the Merry Christmas, one with a star, one with a cute little bow. I did the tree with the Merry Christmas next to it. I did one of the trees with the Happy Holidays next to it as well. And then I actually turned the Merry Christmas into one of the little trees. So I added the bow on top, the teeny little trunk, and then the pot, and I stamped that around the Merry Christmas, so it kind of looks like it's actually a tree. And then this little guy is great for adding a date. So I put a bow in it, I put the Happy Holidays next to it, but I could see using this on my my holiday album that I'm going to make and adding in the date. So if you have a stamp set that has the dates, or you handwrite, or you use stickers, you can add the date on there as well. So each one, it would be a nice consistent thing to have on every page that you do, is to have the actual date in there. So that's why we included that as well. So that is a look at the stamp set that is part of the Christmas kit. So lots and lots of ideas. I ran out of time and did not have time to try and take and combine these with these. But I think basically if you substitute any of the trees for the pine bows or the coffee mugs, you would get kind of the same look. But this should give you a good start on how to take all of those stamp sets and really, really stretch them and just play and have fun. And so have fun with your stamp sets. And again, make sure you hit like, comment here below if there's anything else that you'd like to see or you have questions on, and subscribe. So please do that. That helps us a ton. And as I mentioned, if you're interested in any of those stamp sets or those kits, they are sold out presently, but throw your name on the wait list. And I will talk to you next month.